India remains seventh on the list of countries most affected by the coronavirus pandemic as the cases reached 1.98 lakh. As per the data shared by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India now has 1,98,706 cases of coronavirus. Out of them, 97,581 are active cases, whereas 95,527 have been cured, discharged, or migrated. The death toll due to coronavirus in India has reached 5,598. For the third consecutive day, India has recorded close to 8,000 cases daily. India recorded 204 deaths in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra remains the worst affected state with 70,013 cases. Among them, 37,543 are active cases, 30,108 have been cured, whereas the death toll is at 2,362. On Monday, 2,361 new patients were found and 76 patients lost their lives. The impact of lockdown relaxation was visible on the streets of Mumbai on day 1 of Unlock 1. More people and vehicles were seen on the streets, which were deserted for the last 2 months. Tamil Nadu remains the second most affected state with the cases at 23,495, followed by Delhi, which has recorded 20,834 cases of coronavirus. Meanwhile, the state of Gujarat has recorded a total of 17,200 cases, out of which 5,357 are active cases and 10,780 have recovered. The death toll in the state is at 1,063. A high alert has been issued in Mumbai and South Gujarat coastal region as the storm of the century, cyclone Nisarga, inches closer. The Indian Meteorological Department has said that the low pressure area developing in Arabian Sea is likely to intensify and turn into a severe cyclonic storm. The cyclone is expected to make a landfall in Mumbai on June 3rd in the evening. The central government has alerted that the depression will intensify into a deep depression by afternoon and intensify further into a cyclonic storm over East Central Arabian Sea during the next 12 hours. Cyclone Nisarga is very likely to cross North Maharashtra and South Gujarat coast between Harihareshwar and Daman tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray held a discussion with Union Home Minister Amit Shah through video conferencing over preparedness for Cyclone Nisarga. The Chief Minister's office informed that he has apprised the Home Minister of arrangements and preparedness by the state in light of the cyclone warning. India's drug regulator has granted US pharma giant Gilead Sciences marketing authorization for its antiviral drug remdesivir for restricted emergency use on hospitalized COVID-19 patients in view of the crisis posed by the pandemic. The government approval process for remdesivir was accelerated in view of the emergency situation and the unmet need for medicines in light of the coronavirus outbreak. The drug has been allowed for restricted emergency use for treatment of suspected or laboratory confirmed cases of COVID-19 in adults and children hospitalized with severe symptoms, subject to several safeguards. Gilead Sciences on May 29th had applied for marketing authorization for remdesivir in India. The drug is being touted as a potential treatment for COVID-19. The approval was given following consultation with the Subject Expert Committee of the Central Drug Standard Control Organization. China has moved up its forces along the line of actual control with India. That is what US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said on Monday, asserting that authoritarian regimes take these kinds of actions. Several areas along the LAC in Ladakh and North Sikkim have witnessed major military build-up by both the Indian and Chinese armies recently in a clear signal of escalating tensions and hardening of respective positions by the two sides even 2 weeks after they were engaged in two separate face-offs. The Communist Party of China continues to hide and delay the global response to coronavirus pandemic that began in Wuhan. It has taken actions destroying the amazing freedoms of the people of Hong Kong, Mike Pompeo added. US President Donald Trump on Monday said that he was deploying thousands of heavily armed soldiers and police to prevent further protest in Washington, where buildings and monuments have been vandalized near the White House. He said what happened in the city last night was a total disgrace. He said it during a nationwide address as tear gas went off and crowds protested in the streets nearby. He denounced acts of domestic terror after nationwide protest against the death of an unarmed African American George Floyd in police custody devolved into days of violent race riots across the country. He said, I want the organizers of this terror to be on notice that you will face severe criminal penalties and lengthy sentences in jail. He said, as police could be heard using tear gas and stun grenades to clear protesters just outside the White House. He also called on state governors to deploy the National Guard in sufficient numbers that we dominate the streets before heading on foot for a photo op at the riot-damaged St. John's, the 2-century-old church of the presidents across from the White House.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.